Video podcasting is one of the greatest ways to grow your brand, business, and influence online right now. And I'm sure because you clicked this video, you want to know as a beginner which way to get set up so you can get into the game too. But don't worry, with over 6 years of making podcasts and several different show formats, I'm going to show you everything I've learned, the tips and tricks to save you the time.
Tell them exactly what you said to me.
My name is Dom Jackson of Day by Day Media, and let's get into the video. Now, before you buy anything, the first thing you want to do is figure out what kind of show you're going to have. Are you going to do it by yourself? Are you going to do it with a co-host? Are you going to do interviews? Are you going to do it with several people? Having an idea of what and how many people you're going to have on the show will help you understand what things to buy and find the most value in this video. You don't have to stay in one format, but it's easier to make your other decisions once you understand the first one. A solo show is great because you have all the creative flexibility and all the time to pick what you want to do. That mindset of just always kind of growing and going to your next level of who you are affect to other aspects of your life. All you have to do is figure out what you want to talk about for that time period. Group shows are great because you get a lot of different personalities, a lot of different activities, whether you're interviewing someone else.
World of psychology, I started learning a little bit more about research.
Or you will have a co-host and you guys are kicking it back and forth and having a great conversation.
Oh man, we're trying over here, folks. We're trying to be better.
There's so many great options to have between solo and group. You just have to figure out what works best for you. And you don't actually have to stay in one the whole time. You just have to adjust to what the best version is for what you want currently. Now, the thing that makes the podcast, the microphone. One of the first things to consider, because the microphone is so important, is what you want to do with the mic. Two big decisions are having a USB mic versus an XLR mic. USB mics are the mics you plug in via USB right into the computer. They're simple, fast, easy to use, and I'm actually recording on one right now. They are great mics to have when you're in the beginning and starting off. The other option is the XLR one, which you can get better audio quality. You have to purchase a audio interface to plug your thing into too. In the beginning, I'd recommend buying a microphone that has both options in it, so you don't have to buy a lot of stuff if you want to go long term. Here are a few microphones I recommend getting. One of my favorites is the one I'm actually using right now, the Samsung Q2. Been using this one for years. It's a great microphone for the beginning process. Simple, easy, has a USB option, has an XLR option, and I've used both of them, tested it out. Quality is good, and it's not too expensive either. Another great audio beginner option is the Blue Yeti, a classic staple, looks clean, very easy to use, USB plug-in, and quality is not going to break the bank for you either. Now, because you're going to be recording your podcast, and I recommend recording it, making your podcast a video podcast, because a lot of the time people are going to end up finding your show video-wise before they find it audio-wise. So having quality-looking footage will be a great way for people to know how great your show is just from the video aspect of things. So lighting is key. All of the likes.
Thanks.
And one of the best lighting tools I recommend getting is getting a ring light like this. Simple, functional, you can put your phone inside, not going to break the bank, and super quality light setting features in it. Great place to start. When you're getting started, the camera is super important.
Can't really describe it. It's more of a visual.
If you want to start in the beginning, you can always start with your phone, buy a stand, tripod, put it up, and just record yourself on the phone. This footage right now is actually coming from my iPhone 13, so I'm looking at it right now. There's options to get some quality footage in there when you're getting started off. So don't be afraid to use your phone because your phone is a great place to start. Most of my stuff was filmed on my phone for the majority of the time. If you don't want to use your phone, I would recommend getting a camera that has a lens that you can switch, because there's a lot of different options you can play with. The next camera I ended up changing with, that you can see from this footage right here that I'm recording on right now currently, is a Canon M50. The Canon M50 is quality, it's simple. Depending on where your budget is right now, you can keep using your phone. Another great option you can use is the Anker webcam. That one's about $100. You still get quality footage. Another thing you can do after you get your mics is, if you choose the XLR route, which is a good long-term move, you can get an audio interface. Another thing that I was using, that we're using the show right here, was a PodTrack recorder. This one is battery operated, so we didn't even need a computer for it. We would just plug it in, record, and talk. And that one was super effective because it just didn't take a lot of work besides setting up, recording, and hitting play. Roll with the punches and go with it.
Yep.
You got an idea, take it to inception.
Yes.
So when you were actually recording your show, you have some options. If you want to do it all in one, plug everything in your computer and record everything in one place, you can use a software like Riverside or Podcastle and record your entire show on there, connect your camera to it, and record your show and audio into that platform, edit on that platform. I have most experience with Riverside, so that's the one I typically recommend. But they're all quality, and you can also edit the video on the platform as well, so there's a lot of options in them. If you don't want to use a platform for it, you can record the video, the camera by itself, and record the audio onto your computer using a GarageBand or a free program called Audacity if you don't have Mac. But keep it simple. I would say try to do it all in one with the Riverside. The next thing is that you have to figure out where you're going to host your podcast audio. When you have your show is going to be online somewhere so people can find it. And that comes from having the right host. I've had most experience with Buzzsprout, so that's the one I typically recommend. Monthly subscription, where they have it on there. You also could do Spotify Podcasts, which was previously Anchor. And that one's one of the easier ones because this is going to help distribute your actual audio of your show to the other platforms. So all of them do have free options. And of course, if you're doing a video podcast, YouTube is going to be one of the main places you upload it. Just make sure you upload it to YouTube as a YouTube podcast so that YouTube can distribute it on the podcast platform as well. Now, like I said before, most people are going to find your show from the clips before they actually find the audio. So, taking your show and clipping it up into separate YouTube videos, it might be 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 90 seconds that you can put into its own YouTube video that someone can find on its own, because they may not always make it through the entire thing. So they can watch that content and get all that information and learn or enjoy your show.
Watching the clips on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We love y'all.
We do love you. And if you got this far, keep going this far. This is where you can get the vertical clips for your Reels or TikToks or YouTube Shorts by putting that into Opus Clips software right here. Upload all that in. Next thing you can do also is you can take the transcript from your YouTube video, upload it on YouTube, take the transcript from your video, upload that into ChatGPT, and turn that to its own article that you can use, such as Medium, LinkedIn, your blog, whatever you want to do to have written content so people can discover your show that mostly like to read things. Next thing that you're going to do is drop a comment of what your show is about below. I got more videos coming soon. See you soon and take care.